Hi guys, welcome back to Paw Palace. I'm Izzy.
I'm Gabby.
Join the kingdom by hitting that subscribe button.
So today we're going to be talking about what you need to get a puppy or probably any dog.
So some of the first things that we're going to talk about is treats and food. Some treats that you are going to need are soft training treats for your puppy, because you want to train your puppy to be obedient and listen to you.
Some good foods are like Life's Abundance or Redford. Just try to not have like artificial flavors, and the way you can tell is if they have pretty colors like red and blue and just all those.
Yeah, any colors that aren't like a brown color, don't get that type of food because those are not good for your puppy. So another thing that you are going to need is a leash for your puppy because they are going to need walks. And if you don't give your puppy walks, then they are going to destroy your house because they need to get out their energy. Or you could take them to dog parks if they have all their vaccines. And you're going to need poop bags. Lots and lots of poop bags.
Another thing that you'll need is a harness because puppies like to pull a lot and you don't want to choke them, especially with their little...
If you use just a collar and they're not fully trained to walk on a leash, it can really hurt their neck.
Yeah. And you want to start out their life with, them not choking.
Yeah.
So, use a harness.
Yeah. Or you could also use a gentle leader, which is, it looks like a muzzle, but it's really not. And if you don't know what a gentle leader is, go look it up on Google. Okay, that's the second thing you're going to need. So the next thing we're going to talk about is hygiene for your dog. You are going to want to give your dog baths every once in a while when they either get stinky or they came back from the dog park and they're really muddy or anything like that. And some shampoo that you want to give your dogs, not human shampoo. Never, ever, ever give your dog human shampoo. Don't do that. Good brand is Burt's Bees dog shampoo. So that's one of the good brands. And then after your dog is dry after the bath, you will want to brush them down with a dog brush. You can get these at Petco or on Amazon. You can really get anything on Amazon these days. So that's what you need.
And something else that you're going to need to do is brush your dog's teeth. This is very important, especially for small dogs. I think that brushing teeth, people really underestimate how important it is because, their teeth are probably gonna get rotten and fall out if you don't brush their teeth. So
yeah, and if they all fall out, then they won't be able to eat food, and you're gonna have to feed them soft food for the rest of their life, which is not very good.
Yeah, and if you think about it, you might be thinking they can eat soft food. Well, yeah, they can, but also think about the pain.
That's also switching their diet, switching their food to wet food, and can you imagine having rotting teeth or not going to the dentist? Imagine how that would feel. So
yeah.
So you can use finger brushes, or you can actually use a human toothbrush that you have not used yet.
Yeah.
If you have used it, dogs cannot have human toothpaste because of the certain things in it.
Yeah. So you can use something like this. Dog toothpaste.
Nylon brand is a really good brand for any dog.
Yeah.
For hygiene products. Nylon, Nylabone, whatever. And yeah, those are some hygiene things you're going to need. So the next thing that you're going to need is stimulation for them to work their brain and be able to think about something, which is calm products, where you can put peanut butter or small treats inside of these little things, and then the dogs have to use their brain to get it out. And that's really good for new puppies because they have to use their brain and think, and it really helps them. It actually makes them super tired, and if you want your puppy to nap, give them one of these, then they'll think, and then they'll want to just plop down and take a nap.
Yeah, and another thing that you probably really need is a really good long-lasting bone is pretty nice. These, if you feel a really nice hard one, these can probably last years. And the reason why they're important is because your dog, it's nice for them to get something tasty out of just chewing,
And if your bone is like a plastic nylon bone, you're going to want to, if it gets too small, make sure to throw it away. Any bone, if it gets too small, they can choke on it. It's a choking hazard. So make sure to supervise your dog when they are chewing on a not very long-lasting bone.
Yes.
One of the second to last things you're going to need is toys. Squeaky toys are great toys because some puppies, when they squeak the toy, they'll cock their head to the side, and it's adorable to watch them do that. It's also a really good fetch toy if they don't really like balls to play with. And tug-of-war toy. Really, you can use these for anything. And crinkly toys. They just are very interested in these types of toys.
Yeah, and another thing that many dogs are interested in tennis balls. You can, there are so many places you can get these. Like, you can get them made especially for pets, and sometimes they're squeaky. Or you can just get them at the tennis store. I don't know what store
like
that is.
Sports store.
Yeah, and then another thing that dogs love absolutely are, many dogs, are tug-of-war toys. You can even make these at home out of old cloth. You just braid them up, or you can buy them at the store, and dogs love to tug on these.
And if you watched Chewy's birthday party, I made him a rope toy out of old jeans, and I just braided them together, and it was
Train when dogs are puppies, because as they grow up, they might think of this as more of a scary cave that they're going to be locked up in. But most dogs love being secure in little kennels. There are these plastic kinds for dogs who like to feel more secure. Then there are kinds that have like these metal bars all over. These are probably more portable, unless like you want to dismantle everything, because the barred ones you can dismantle them pretty easily, and yeah. So then you can get a bed to put inside the kennel. A long bed like this is sometimes nice, and especially sometimes for puppies, this is how it has sometimes worked out for me, is like sometimes this even covers up the kennel, and if for some reason the dog pees, then you can just take it out and put it in the laundry. But also beds are mostly important for the dog's own comfort. And like you could have these around the house or in the kennel, like, yeah. So, yeah.
So another thing that you're going to need is a baby gate. You can either get them at like a baby store, or they can get especially made for dogs. It keeps them out of rooms that you don't want them to be in. So if you're trying to stimulate them in a certain room so they don't pee in other areas, it's very great to use for for keeping them in a certain room. The last and final thing you are going to need is an X pen. Gabby does not have one here right now, so I can't explain it to you, but, well, I can, but I can't show you it. But, so, an X pen is basically just a wire thing that goes around in a certain area if you don't want them to be even in just like one area of your house. It's very good for really small puppies, and it just keeps them in one area, and some puppies love to be in just one area. So X pen is a great thing to get for your puppy. Thanks for watching.
Hope you learned something new about puppies.
Okay.
Bye.